It may not look like it, but the Chevy Camaro has gone through a major transformation. It's lighter, quieter, slimmer, and more comfortable. In fact, higher trim levels, like Big Bird here, feel more like luxury sports coupes than traditional muscle cars. So, if it's been refined to the point that it's no longer a muscle car, what is the Camaro? That depends on your definition of a muscle car. If you believe a modern muscle car needs only to look the part, then the latest Camaro certainly fits the bill. It should come as no surprise then that given the success of its predecessor, the redesigned Camaro bears a strong resemblance to the outgoing model, until you look past the sheet metal. Utilizing a more sophisticated platform adapted from the Cadillac ATS and CTS has tidied up the Camaro's exterior dimensions while cutting weight by nearly 200 pounds. The primary dynamic goal for this generation Camaro was to impart a feeling of lightweight to the driver. And by feeling, we mean the qualities that stretch well beyond just a lighter curb weight. Everything about the driving experience feels tighter. It's a smaller diameter steering wheel, quicker steering ratio, quicker turn-in, and there's virtually no dead space in the brake pedal. So while it may not be a true lightweight sports car, it certainly feels like one. When the lateral G's subside, the Camaro transitions into a comfortable cruiser. The ride is a bit firm even on 4 and 6 cylinder models, but it's not like it's going to knock a filling out. Yeah, see? Still good. And then there's the matter of noise suppression. Now, believe it or not, and I've been known to lie, but the Camaro V6, at least according to our testing, is quite a bit quieter than that than a BMW 435i. And now, powertrains. At the low end is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that delivers plenty of power and laudable fuel economy, though it sounds like the 4-cylinder it is. The mid-level 3.6-liter V6 is our engine of choice for its seamless power curve, respectable fuel efficiency, and unexpectedly vicious exhaust note, particularly during full-throttle gear changes. Of course, traditionalists will most likely prefer the Camaro's naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8, which has been revised to turn out 455 horsepower and 455 pound-feet of torque, while still returning up to 20 mpg combined. Atop the performance food chain is the ZL1, a super muscle car brandishing a supercharged version of the 6.2-liter V8 to produce 650 horsepower and matching torque through either a 6-speed manual or seriously quick 10-speed automatic. The rest of the model range can swap the standard 6-speed manual for a slightly slower, yet sufficiently responsive 8-speed automatic transmission. If you just happen to find an extra $7,000 in your wallet and don't mind driving around in a vehicle that sounds like a heap of bolts tumbling in a dryer, then perhaps there's a Camaro convertible in your future. All of the aforementioned powertrains are available on the convertible, and it's the only version that offers decent rear headroom. You know, when the top's down. The rear +2 seats leave little in the way of legroom for adults of any size. The cargo area is somewhat narrow, but can still house up to 2 full-size carry-ons. Plus, the rear seatback folds down in coupes to expose a small pass-through. Up front, the Camaro mixes retro touches like square gauge hoods with a contemporary dash design. The execution is spoiled to some extent by the excessive use of hard plastic, unless of course you're willing to shell out extra cash for appropriately padded armrests, door panels, knee pads, and upper dash materials. We're big fans of the small diameter steering wheel and the adjustability it affords, but we do wish it wasn't canted to the left. Those with sensitive spines should also note that, unlike the Mustang and Challenger, the Camaro's front seats do not offer adjustable lumbar support. And as you might expect, outward visibility is limited in every direction, including forward. Along with the Dodge Challenger, pricing begins right around $28,000 including destination fees. The Ford Mustang starts closer to $25,500, but its standard equipment roster pales in comparison to that of the Camaro. Expect to add about $1,500 to the bottom line for V6 power, $9,000 for the V8, and another $1,500 if you want an automatic transmission. Nevertheless, base model buyers will still drive away with standards like passive entry with push-button start, an 8-way power driver's seat, 8 airbags, 18-inch alloys, multiple drive modes, an electronic parking brake, a backup camera, and Chevrolet's well-sorted MyLink infotainment system composed of a 7-inch capacitive touchscreen, 2 USB ports, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration. Throw caution to the wind, and you'll land premium goodies like a full-color head-up display, a great-sounding 9-speaker audio system by Bose, ambient interior lighting with all the colors in the rainbow, a larger 8-inch touchscreen with embedded navigation, HID headlights, and due to visibility concerns, a highly recommended blind spot monitoring system with rear cross traffic alert. On the performance side of the ledger, there's a 1LE package for manual-equipped V6 and V8 models that adds more aggressive suspension tuning, a limited slip differential, Brembo brakes, a shorter throw shifter, unique interior touches, engine, differential, and transmission coolers, and a black hood for some reason. Although it still looks like a modern muscle car, the rest of the Chevy Camaro has morphed into a genuine sports coupe, and in our opinion, it's better than ever for it.